Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. This month's lunch menus haven't been posted online yet, so for today, we have potluck. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the final pictures for No Shave November. Mr. Josh Thomas. Mr. John Thomas. Mr. Glenzer. Officer Colo. Mr. Seipel. Mr. Parks. And Mr. Kirchmeyer. Today we'll tally up the amount of non-perishable foods that were donated in each person's name, and tomorrow we'll announce the winner. And happy birthday to Dakota Bates in the 5th grade. Hope you have a great day. Today I'd like to introduce you to John Urschel. He started out at Penn State as a fairly low-priority recruit, though through hard work he first worked his way into the starting lineup and later became a 2-time All-Big Ten offensive lineman. While at Penn State, he finished not just his bachelor's degree but also his master's degree in mathematics, and he won the Campbell Trophy, which recognizes college football's top scholar athlete. Now, Urschel was good enough at football that he was not only drafted by the Baltimore Ravens, but he ended up starting several games for them his rookie year. The thing is, John Urschel had such a deep-seated love for math that his 3rd year in the league, he started taking doctoral classes at MIT in math at the same time he was playing in the NFL. John Urschel discovered that he was so passionate about math that he retired from the NFL after 3 years in order to be able to devote himself to its study full-time. So as someone who's worked at the highest levels of both sports and academics, here's John Urschel to talk about how he needed both of those in his life.
When I was a kid growing up in Buffalo, I spent a lot of time alone. It wasn't easy for me to make friends. I was awkward, bigger than everyone else, and I didn't know how to talk to the other kids. I was happiest by myself, doing math puzzles or playing video games. Then when I got to middle school, I joined lacrosse and soccer teams. I wanted to play football, but we couldn't find a helmet that fit. I didn't do it because I was some great athletic talent. In fact, I wasn't. I was overweight and out of shape, but I was seriously competitive, and I loved playing games. I loved winning, and even more than that, I hated losing. That had been true when I was a child playing Monopoly with my mother, but it became especially clear when I was playing sports. What I hadn't expected, though, was how much I loved being part of a team, and how much I learned from it, especially when I joined the football team in high school. I had to learn how to communicate better. I had to learn when to take the lead on the field and in the locker room, and when to step back and give my support. I had to learn how to accept instruction and criticism from coaches, and there was a lot of it. I had to work hard, because if I didn't, I'd be letting my teammates down. Don't get me wrong, I didn't always like the guys I was playing with. That didn't matter though. We were in it together. I'm convinced that every kid would benefit from being part of a team. Not because of what playing team sports did for me as a football player, but because of what it did for me as a mathematician. It might seem like being a mathematician is a solitary pursuit. It's true, I spend a lot of time in a room by myself. But what I didn't expect is that I would also spend a lot of time working with other mathematicians. In other words, being on a team. It may sound crazy, but playing football helped me write my first research paper on the Sun-Jupiter asteroid 3-body problem. It took diligence and learning how to deal with feedback. People spend years in classrooms trying to gain the skills that will help them succeed. But some of the most important skills, I believe, are best learned on a field.
So bringing these different parts of yourself together to make something excellent was so important to John Urschel that he wrote this book, Mind and Matter, A Life in Math and Football, to be able to tell people that, quote, it's okay to have multiple interests, it's okay to have multiple passions, that you don't just have to be one thing. So the challenge for you athletes is how can you bring those team skills into the classroom to go ahead and work together and achieve more together there, not just on the field or on the court? And if you don't consider yourself an athlete, your challenge is to find ways to reach out and work as a team with other people around you so you can still reach those same heights. By doing this, you will be following the path that John Urschel showed you. You're not limited to being just an athlete or just an academic. You can be whoever you are and take all the strengths you pick up along the way and make something new. All right, you have a good one.